All right, folks, now with us to talk intellectual property and how COVID has affected that. We've got online with us Lily Claire Bellamy, Executive Director of the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office. Good morning, Lily Claire Bellamy, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Good to have you. A lot of folks watching this morning, or some may be watching and wondering why we're talking about this at this particular point in time. But it's an important point in time for you and for your organization. Give us a context of this discussion this morning.
Okay, yesterday was World Intellectual Property Day, where we recognize April 26th internationally as World IP Day. The theme this year is Innovate for a Green Future. And I'd invite persons to visit our website because we actually launched an essay competition. So we're going to give people an opportunity to participate in IP. We had to have a scaled down operation because of COVID-19. So we basically are having an online presence. So I'd invite people to visit www.jipo.gov.jm. That's our website. And on all our social media platforms, you'll have an opportunity to enter this competition. It's open to primary schools, secondary schools, and persons at the tertiary level.
All right.
So we'd encourage people to participate. Since you're at home, now is a good time to get in and learn about it.
We're going to talk about the competition aspect of this in a little bit, but tell me a little bit about how you see COVID and this time affecting intellectual property and issues surrounding intellectual property. You mentioned a lot of people are at home, and from what I can see, a lot of people are using this as a time to innovate for a great future. They're birthing ideas, they're birthing concepts, they're birthing all sorts of things that would, have intellectual property implications. Have you found that, or are things slowing down now?
It's a balance. Things have actually slowed down in terms of the applications that we have received in the office. There really has been a significant slowdown. But speaking about the office, I would really like to recognize my staff because we've instituted rotation measures. We're not fully closed, though we're not allowing persons to come into the office because we're trying to limit our exposure as far as possible. But we're working on processing applications. So we're still operating at a reduced level, as you can imagine. And a number of our staff members live in the parish of St. Catherine, and they have not been able to come out to work. So that has severely affected our operations.
Yeah.
However, what we have found, and you are right, in terms of innovations, when you visit our website, you'll see one of the newest innovators we have in Jamaica. He got quite an extensive media coverage recently. He came up with a method to prevent the spread of bacteria or germs
through heat.
So, right, he's actually on the website. We at JIFO were focusing on the environment as one of the sub-themes of Innovate for a Green Future. And we have a presentation by Eleanor Jones, who is a well-known environmentalist. So she's speaking about it. And later in the week, we're going to be later in the month. And since we're at home, we're going to be updating our website with other distinguished persons who will speak about the subject. For example, Lalita Davis Mattis, who is a well-known environmental attorney. She also works at the University of the West Indies. She will also have a feature. But in terms of innovation, we have found that persons have actually used this time to come up with new ideas in all areas of intellectual property. So we have persons who have invented things COVID specific. It's also an excellent opportunity for our creatives in terms of writers and authors to produce works that deal with the reality that we're now facing. And basically to speak about things that we perhaps took for granted. So you could have a children's story speaking about how to wash your hands properly, and what happens if you don't wash your hands properly in a way that is acceptable and easy to understand for children. So there's lots of opportunities
Yeah.
in the intellectual property at this
We've
time.
spoken to a lot of those folks in the last couple of weeks who've been writing books, just like the one you spoke of, and others. So we know that people are creating. What about your everyday offerings in terms of deadlines related to patents and trademarks and renewals and so on? All of that can be done on the site? No? You've moved everything over?
We haven't moved everything over. We're in the process of moving everything over. But what we have done, which we did in March, and it's amazing how time has flown, because our first recognized case was on the 10th of March, if memory serves me correctly. And we have a notice on our website advising persons who have matters that are time sensitive, that we have extended the time for processing and for us to deal with the matters before the office. We extended that time period to May. And as you know, we're almost in the month of May. Today, we're going to be having a meeting to look at and to review how we're going to deal with this matter, because we're still experiencing the pandemic.
That's
So we
right.
have to, yeah, exactly. So we don't have to look to see, okay, how are we going to deal with it? What timeline are we going to put in place, and how we're going to deal with the matters? Because again, as I told you, we're really operating with a skeletal staff.
Right.
So
Okay.
it is a challenge.
All right. So tell us where we go, Lily Claire, if we want more information, more clarity, and then the upcoming event that you want us all to tune into is when again?
Okay, we actually launched it, so it's online.
Okay.
It's an essay competition. So basically, it is looking at dealing with. Let me not tell you the wrong title, but basically, it is looking at intellectual property and its relevance for small island developing states in the 21st century.
Okay.
So if you go online, you will see everything. The form is there, which you can fill out to apply, and we're going to ask you. We gave the option that you could bring it to the office, but this time we'd really prefer if you emailed in your entries. So that would give us an opportunity to limit the face-to-face contact and to really practice excellent social distancing.
Yeah.
So we're going to encourage persons to enter that competition.
Okay. We have to go, Lily Claire. Give me the deadline for that.
Actually, the deadline is in September.
Oh,
So we
that's
give
good.
a long period.
Oh,
Yes,
goody.
because we really want people to enter and to participate.
All right. So that's
And we have some
JIPO.
interesting prizes, so it's worth entering.
All right. Well, I'm sure we can find out more about the prizes on the website. It's jipo.gov.jm. You can go there for more information. Thank you, Lily Claire Bellamy, Executive Director of JIPO, and all the best to you and your team as you continue to try and do what you have to do in this new COVID dispensation. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, to you too. Up next, folks, we keep talking about this new norm, COVID-19. We have more on Smile after this.